This is North Myrtle Beach Chiefs basketball on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network, and it starts right now.
Hello and welcome to North Myrtle Beach Lady Chiefs basketball here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network as the Lady Chiefs get ready to take on the Myrtle Beach Seahawks in their away game here in Myrtle Beach tonight. The third of 4 games here in Myrtle Beach as the 2 JV teams played ahead of us, which is why we're a little bit behind schedule. As the JV girls went into overtime, they ended up losing 19-18 to Myrtle Beach in overtime. The boys JV team, however, was able to get a victory with the final score being 34-30. My name is Brandon Biscobing. I'll be bringing you all the action, and joining me, as usual, Tyler Kerp and Tyler. North Myrtle Beach trying to get a big victory tonight, as this game, if they win, would clinch. Well, they win tonight and a Marlborough County loss will clinch the 2 seed and home court advantage for the number 18 North Myrtle Beach Chiefs. So they certainly want to get this one, and they have to go off of what they did positively in the game against Myrtle Beach at home, in which they won in overtime 49-44.
Well, that game was actually over a month ago, and
yeah,
it seems like forever.
It does.
So
really
now
does.
It's part 2. Battle of the Beaches 2.0 here tonight.
Battle at the Beach part 2.
So regardless of the situation, both these teams regardless, both teams could be in last place, but this is still a big game.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the beauty of a rivalry game. But this is has a little bit of a extra incentive for the Chiefs tonight, as you said. A win and a Marlborough County loss will give the Chiefs the number 2 spot in the state playoffs.
But like you mentioned, yes, this is a rivalry game, but both teams also have a lot to play for, as Myrtle Beach is right hot on the Chiefs' tail. A win for Myrtle Beach would propel them into a tie for second place, depending upon the point differential, would determine who was in second place between the two if Myrtle Beach were to win. So a very big game for both teams. North Myrtle Beach at 18-4, 5-3 in region play. They're ranked 18th in South Carolina. They dropped out of the quadruple A coaches poll this past week, but they are number 8 in the Max Preps quadruple A rankings. And the Seahawks are pretty much are one of those teams with votes, pretty much, in the rankings, as they are at number 30 and number 11, respectively, in the state and in the region. So this is a game between 2 very competitive teams. We saw it already over a month ago. Like you mentioned, that was the first game of region play for both of these teams, and it feels like forever.
And that was a major confidence booster, because I don't know if you remember, but the Chiefs were without Jenna Berger that night, and now she's back and she's healthy.
Yeah, that was the second game that the Chiefs had to play without Jenna Berger, and they were able to beat a very good Myrtle Beach team in overtime and give themselves a win to start off region play. So especially with Berger being back in the lineup for this one, the Chiefs have to be coming out with some confidence.
Well, most definitely. I mean, they beat a Darlington team in which they lost by, I believe it was 1 or 2 points at their place, and they won by 10 on Tuesday, and of course, outscoring Darlington 14-0 in the second quarter definitely changed the tide of that game. and they had it from that point on, and hopefully it's going to carry over tonight.
Yeah, like you mentioned, the Chiefs' last game, a 52-29 victory over Darlington on Tuesday in North Myrtle Beach. So that was a big confidence boost after coming off of another very good game against Hartsville. So 2 straight big wins for the Chiefs that have them coming into this matchup with a lot of confidence, a lot of swagger, and they're trying to get that home court advantage for the state championship playoffs. So we'll go to our interview with Coach Smith real quick, and then we'll come right back with some keys to the game and some pregame analysis as we get set for Game 1 between the girls' teams as the North Myrtle Beach Lady Chiefs get ready to take on the Myrtle Beach Seahawks here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. We're here with Coach Smith ahead of tonight's big rivalry game, second to last region game against Myrtle Beach. And Coach, the last game against Myrtle Beach, big thrilling victory in overtime. Mm-hmm. Does that give you guys the momentum going into this one, and what can you learn from that matchup?
Oh, yeah, definitely excited. I mean, some people say that's fun. I know it was fun for the crowd, but it wasn't near as fun for me. I lost a couple years off my life from that game. But, this is a great rivalry. We love coming here and being able to play this team and them coming to us. It's just exciting for the students, exciting for the fans, exciting for the players. And, we were up at 7 o'clock this morning running through our plays, and the girls were very excited to be here today.
With that practice, and especially with this game, if you win this one and with the Marlboro County loss, that clinches the 2 seed for the playoffs. What are you telling your team ahead of this one?
We're just trying to stay grounded right now. It's going to be very, very exciting and thrilling floor to be out there tonight with all of the distractions around. So we're staying grounded and focusing on winning this game so that we can clinch the second place position. And as I told him today, I sent him a message and I said, destiny is in your hands.
With that intensity, and it's a rivalry game, big matchup for the playoffs, how do you keep your team grounded and focus on the task at hand, not let their emotions get the better of them?
Well, I think that, we kind of have to have as a player, you have to deal with this, period, because you're always going to be in a situation where it's going to be a little bit hectic and a little crazy, and you got to learn to deal with those emotions. But I think most importantly, we're a family, and we know what we're going through together. And as long as we stay focused on each other and the core group of who we are, it doesn't really matter what's going on around us. But we're here to come out here and do our job, which is to win this game tonight.
You mentioned a few games ago that a JV player would be called up and sort of be learning the system. Is there like a name or like a number or anything?
Yeah, we got 2 of them that we're going to be pulling up. Christian, who you just saw play, Christian Livingston, who is the point guard for the JV, as well as Jaden Berger, who's the twin sister, younger sister. Jaden wasn't able to play tonight because she has one more day on her concussion protocol. And Christian, one of them have an opportunity to play here at this Myrtle Beach game, so they're going to be coming up with us starting next week, Marlboro County game.
Let's go back to the Darlington game on Tuesday. So one thing that really stuck out to me was the very underrated, sort of under the radar play of Adea Vereen. And Adea, my apologies. All right, Adea Vereen. So she was going toe-to-toe all night with Summer Joseph, who's 6'2". Adea's probably 5'6", 5'7"-ish. What does it mean to you having one of your guards fighting aggressively under the boards for rebounds like that?
We know she has it in her. I mean, if you look at Destiny Vereen, who's a 7th grader, she's a tough girl, and the only one that practice most of the time that go up against that girl is Adea Vereen. You see the ball on the floor, them 2 are the ones fighting for it. So I know Adea has it in her. She's a little rocket when you get her started. So I'm very impressed to see her do that. The offense she brought that night, as well as the rebounding, is wonderful, because now we're getting to a place, hopefully, where a team looks at us and says, we don't know who to stop. And that's what we like.
How important is it for the team as a whole to have someone that is on the smaller side being able to go those long rebounds and being able to use your entire team on the glass?
Well, I think it's a great misconception for the other teams because they're so focused on Jenna and Jordan and Daviana that they kind of forget about Adea. And I think that's how she snuck into a lot of things she's done recently, because a lot of teams just say, hey, don't worry about her, she's not a player. And I think that she's proven them wrong.
It seems like there have been you have told us many times that there are a lot of options for scoring on this team. The Berger twins, Daviana, Riley, and now even Adea. What's it going to take for all 5 of them and even more of your bench to get involved on the stat sheet tonight?
Well, if we get those 5 involved in the stat sheet, I'm happy, because we've had nights where not all 5 of them were on the stat sheet, and they played. The other ones have a specific role. If Destiny comes out and she gives somebody a break and she's able to pull rebounds, that's what we need from her. If Jermisha can come out and maybe give us a couple points and help us with her big body and get some rebounds, then we're happy with that. But we have the top 5 that we have out there on the floor right now. The other 3 that are the next step up, we're hoping that we can get them in and get them some minutes and give our top crew a break, and they can play their role.
One final question. What would it mean to the team and the school as a whole to be able to sweep Myrtle Beach this season?
I'll tell you, I've not done it yet since I've started as a head varsity coach. So it's going to mean a lot to me, because I've lost to them at least once the last 2 years. So I'm ready. I'm ready for it, and they're ready for it. They're very excited, especially the seniors. This is the last chance they get.
As are we, so thanks a lot and good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you very much, guys.
That was Coach Smith, the head of tonight's game between the North Myrtle Beach Lady Chiefs and the Myrtle Beach Seahawks. And one big thing to mention, she mentioned a few players that will be coming up, and something we actually just found out today is that in high school basketball, they have basically the equivalent to the September call-ups in baseball, where you can bring in a couple of your JV players to solidify your lineup going into the playoffs. And one player that we will see tonight is Christian Livingston. Not sure on a number yet, but we will get that to you when she comes on the floor. And then we are getting another Berger coming into the team as well. So the Chiefs will have a little bit more depth to their roster going into the final stretch and going into the playoffs.
Well, it's going to be very interesting for Jaden Berger and Livingston, because they're going to get used to what it's like to be a varsity player, even though it's going to be a short time. I mean, 4 players are graduating, and this is actually going to be the only chance where Jaden's going to get to play with her 2 sisters.
Well, I mean, that's the thing about, and you hear it in baseball all the time too with the September call-ups. Teams use it for 2 reasons. They use it to solidify their roster and get more depth going into the playoffs if they are going into the playoffs, but it's also a way to see what your future will hold as you're bringing up those minor leaguers and seeing what they can do on a major league level. And the same goes here, where you're bringing up some of your younger JV players, seeing what they can do, preparing for them to potentially jump to the next level next season, as, like you mentioned, this team is losing 4 seniors.
Well, this is an extended look for Jaden Berger and Christian Livingston. It's going to be very interesting to see how much of the opportunity they could take advantage of, because this is sort of like a tryout, like you said, comparing it to the September call-ups in the MLB. They're probably going to have a first look at tryouts next fall, and this is going to be a few options for Coach Brooke Smith to go to on the bench if she could even get into, or if the team gets into foul trouble, or if one or even both impresses, then that's great, because it's going to help us for tonight, the last game against Marlborough County on Tuesday, and then the playoffs going forward.
Yep, absolutely, and also looking ahead into the future, looking at next year as well. So as we are just about a minute before tip-off, let's run through some quick keys to the game, Tyler.
So one thing that sticks out to me with Myrtle Beach is their I guess, apparent lack of size on their girls team. Their tallest player is Zaria Dennis, number 21, a 5'8" sophomore. Other than that, you have a lot of players who are in the 5'4" to 5'6" range. So they're not really tall. Look for Coach Smith and the Chiefs, especially the guards, Adaya Vereen, Ashanti White, to be feeding it inside to Destiny Vereen, and especially Daviana Hatchell, to take advantage of their size advantage.
Yeah, I think that is going to be definitely a key. You have a lot of bigger girls on this team, height-wise. The Burgers are pretty tall. You've got Hatchell, obviously. You've got Vereen. So it's going to be an interesting game as we are about to get starting lineups here in just a second. So we're just about set to get starting lineups here. As we'll run down the region real quick. Okay, never mind. We'll actually take a quick break as we have national anthem, and then we'll come back with starting lineups and tip-off here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network.
starting lineup for your Myrtle Beach Seahawks. At guard, a senior wearing number 3, Fatima Alston. At guard, a junior wearing number 5, Starasia Alston. At guard, a junior wearing number 10, Amira Nelson. At guard, a senior wearing number 13, Kimberly Burgess. And at forward, a sophomore wearing number 21, Saria Dennis.
There are your starting lineups And we'll read them off to you once again as we get ready for tip-off. First for Myrtle Beach, it will be number 3, Fatima Alston, number 5, Charasta Alston, number 10, Amira Nelson, number 13, Kimberly Burgess, and number 21, Zaria Dennis. For the Chiefs, it will be Adea Vereen, Riley Vincent, Jordan Berger, Daviana Hatchell, and Jenna Berger. As we get set for tip-off here in Myrtle Beach, Berger and Dennis to take the tip-off. And we are underway. Chiefs are able to get the tip-off here in Myrtle Beach. Hatchell bringing it left to right. Now Vincent, now over to Berger. Berger bringing it near side, now passes it over to Hatchell. Hatchell over to Vincent, inside to Vereen. Vereen up and under, no good. Rebounded by Myrtle Beach. Alston pushing it up, now passes it. Almost lost the ball, but now brings it back out, does Nelson. Nelson passes it far side over to Alston. Alston bringing it near side, now tries to pass it. Almost stolen, scramble for the ball, and Alston is able to come up with it. Driving, kick out, 3, no good. Scramble for the ball again, and a whistle is blown. And it will be Myrtle Beach ball. Myrtle Beach to inbound from the baseline, passes it all the way out to Dennis. Dennis getting some strong pressure, now hands it off. Nelson driving far side, now brings it near side over to Alston. Alston bringing it far side, she'll drive, kick out. No, she won't. She'll actually drive all the way down to the lane, and she will draw a foul. And they will call it actually off of her. No foul, so it will be Chiefs ball. Vincent now with the ball, bringing it over the timeline. Vincent passes it over to Hatchell, near side wing. Over to Berger, near side corner. All the way out to Vincent. Vincent with the 3 from the point. Rims out. Offensive rebound is tipped back and in by Berger. And the Chiefs get on the board first. It's a 2-0 ball game. 6:40 remaining in the first quarter. As Alston almost loses it. And a scramble for the ball. Stolen by Berger. Berger goes all the way coast to coast. Lane attempt no good. But she will draw the foul and go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, that's exactly what the Chiefs, they're doing exactly what I said they should be doing. They're forcing the ball inside. They've already got a nice lay-in by Jordan Berger for the first score of the game. And now Jenna Berger has forced a foul on the layup, and she'll be going to the line shooting 2. 6:27 remaining here in the first quarter.
First free throw by Jenna Berger is up and good. 3-0 Chiefs with just under 6.5 remaining in the first quarter. Second free throw by Berger is up, and it is also good. Nothing but net, NBN, and it's now a 4-0 ball game. Nelson bringing the ball up over the timeline, brings it near side. Now a crossover to far side, loses the ball, but is able to recover. Passes it over to Alston. She loses it. Scramble for the ball, and Vincent is able to come up with it. Now the Chiefs pushing it up. Vincent over to Berger. Berger inside to her sister. Jordan Berger passes it to Vereen, and she lays it up and in.
Daviana Hatchell.
Oh, excuse me. That was Hatchell that got underneath the basket, and she gets the easy lay-in. Now it's 6-0 Chiefs. Just under 6 minutes remaining. Nelson passes over to Alston. Alston drives near side, puts it up, and they will call it traveling.
Well, early on here, we heard in the interview, it'd be great if you could get all 5 of the Chiefs' leading scorers into this scoring quite a bit early tonight, and they already have 3 with the Berger twins and Daviana Hatchell.
Vincent passes it over to Hatchell, who passes it inside to Berger, and she puts up the lay-in. 8-0 Chiefs. And Myrtle Beach says we need a timeout. Jennifer Dennison of Myrtle Beach calls the timeout to try to slow down this tempo that North Myrtle Beach is playing at, with them going on an 8-0 run to start the ball game. Just under 5.5 remaining in the first quarter.
Well, early on here, Jenna Berger is leading the Chiefs, actually leading the whole game in scoring with 4 points, 1 field goal, and the only 2 foul shots, 2 of 2 from the line tonight.
I mean, I would hope she's leading the entire game, considering the Seahawks haven't scored a single point.
Yeah, that'd be pretty bad. That'd be pretty bad. Not right words on my part. Sorry about that. But yeah, this is off to a great start here as we're back into action here.
As they bring the ball up, passes it over far side, does Nelson. Now Bezant getting a bit of pressure. She'll bring it near side, kicks it out to Alston. Alston bringing it far side. She almost loses it, now brings it out and resets. Bringing it near side, now far side. Spin move, drive, tried to put it up, tried to pass it actually, and it's stolen by Vereen. Now Hatchell passes it all the way out to Berger, and she gets her shot rejected. And we're staying on this end. Chiefs retain possession.
So it looks like it's going to be a Dyer Vereen who's going to trigger the inbounds play on the Chiefs baseline.
Vereen passes all the way out to Vincent at the point. Vincent bringing it near side, passes over to Hatchell, near, far side wing. Hatchell passes it inside to Berger, who kicks it out to her sister. No good on the long two. She gets her own offensive rebound, puts it up, no good. Another offensive rebound by Vereen this time, and she lays it in. And it's now a 10-0 ball game. Besant bringing the ball up. Now she'll drive near side. She gets it stripped. Vereen going coast to
2
coast.
on 1.
And she loses it though, and it's stolen by Burgess. Now a quick pass inside, no good on the lay-in attempt, rebounded by Vincent. Vincent now pushing the tempo. Kicks it out to Berger. Berger to Berger, lay-in good. Jordan Berger with the lay-in.
Was that Jordan or Jenna?
I believe you may be right.
It was
I think
Jenna,
it was
yeah.
Jenna. So Jenna with the lay-in, and now it's a 12-0 game. This is exactly the kind of start that the Chiefs wanted to get onto. Alston now passes it over to the point. Now driving, kick out over far side wing to Nelson. Alston with the three, no good off back iron. Long rebound is taken by Hatchell. Now Vincent with the ball. She'll slow it down a little bit. Back over to Vereen. Over to Berger, who takes a three, no good. Rebounded, however, by Hatchell. Hatchell passes inside to Berger. Her lay-in attempt, no good. Another offensive rebound, and a whistle is blown. Foul called on the Chiefs, on the Chiefs actually.
Looks like they're going to call an over the back on Jordan Berger. That's her first.
As Myrtle Beach makes a substitution. Chile Campbell checks in for Sharasta Alston.
And the Chiefs, as expected, have been pretty much control of the boards, both offensive and defensively, early on here tonight.
Passes it over to Campbell. Campbell far side pass. Now over to Alston at the point. Now inside. Backing down is Bezin. She tries to put up a hook shot, no good. And North Myrtle Beach able to get the rebound. Berger now with the ball. Tried to pass it inside. Scrambled for the ball and stolen. Nelson with the ball. She has numbers. She'll drive coast to coast, and they're going to say she walked.
Well, she had a 2-on-1 there. The only player back was Riley Vincent. She didn't decide to pass it. She decided to drive, and she shuffled her feet. We're going the other way.
So the Chiefs able to play some good defense as the full court press comes. Hatchell trying to get out of it, and a timeout is called by Coach Smith. 2:45 remaining in the first quarter. Chiefs up 12-0.
Well, the Chiefs did have issues breaking the full court press, most notably against Darlington at Darlington. But the last time they played Darlington on Tuesday, it seemed they had figured out how to beat it. And Coach Smith has called that timeout to make sure, hey, we can still beat the press. We don't want to have another night like we did in Darlington about a month ago.
Well, this quarter reminds me of the second quarter in the game against
Darlington.
In the game against Darlington this past week.
That was a 14-0 run,
yeah.
I believe.
So the Chiefs are definitely playing very strong as Hatchell inbounds it over to Vereen. Vereen hands it off to Vincent. Vincent drives. She almost loses it, and she does. Stolen by Myrtle Beach, and great defense by Vereen, forcing the ball to go out of bounds. It will remain Myrtle Beach ball, but nice job by Vereen stopping the fast break opportunity. Nelson will slow the pace down at the point. Bringing it far side. Now passes it over. Alston, far side wing. Setting up a play. Stutter step, driving baseline. Tried to pass it inside, and it's stolen by the Chiefs. Hatchell passes all the way out to Vereen, but an errant pass. She tries to save it, and they will say it went out of bounds off of her. So it will be Myrtle Beach ball with 2:11 remaining in the first quarter.
Well, there's 2 Vereens on the floor now.
Yeah.
Destiny Vereen recently checked in for Jordan Berger.
As Campbell now with the ball at the point. Campbell calling out a play. Now passes it near side. Now handed off back out to Campbell. Campbell drives, tries to get it inside, tipped by Vereen. Almost stolen, and a whistle is blown. And we'll see what they call. They will call a foul on Vereen. That'll be her first. Inbound from the baseline. Tried to get it to Dennis. Scramble for the ball. And another whistle is blown. And it will go out of bounds off of North Myrtle. So will remain Seahawk ball.
No, it's going the other way. So Myrtle Beach is going to get into a press here.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
The only reason why I thought it was still going Myrtle Beach's way was because everyone was still on that side of the court.
Well, I believe it was a tie-up.
Yeah. So North Myrtle Beach with the ball now. Vincent tries to get it out. And 2 is good.
Destiny Vereen gets on the board.
Now it's 14-0 Chiefs. Now Campbell sets up a play from the point. Bringing it far side off of a screen. Thought about taking a shot. Now hands it off. Now passes it inside. And Myrtle Beach finally get on the board as Josiah Besant puts it in with just over a minute left in the first quarter. Chiefs putting the lay-in attempt no good, and it will go out of bounds. It will remain Chief ball with the minute exactly on the board in the first quarter.
Riley Vincent is going to take a seat here, and Ashanti White's going to check in.
14-2 Chiefs. Lay-in attempt no good. Tip out. Myrtle Beach now with numbers. Give and go. Passes it inside to to Nelson, and the bucket is good by Dennis. And now it's a 14-4 game with 40 seconds remaining. Scramble for the ball. They're able to come up with it is Nelson, but it's stolen by Vereen on the pass attempt off of the ground. Now White with the ball. Passes it inside. Vereen almost lost it. Now passes it up to Berger, who gets the lay-in.
That was a good look to a cutting Jenna Berger towards the basket.
Jenna Berger with the easy lay-in. 15 seconds remaining in the first quarter as a pass inside lay-in attempt is no good, rebounded by Vereen. Now White pushing it up. 5 seconds remaining to go. Scramble for the ball. She almost loses it. Vereen's able to get it, but no shot at the end of the quarter. So we will go into the break with the Chiefs up 16-4 as they get ready for the second quarter, and a dominant display by the Chiefs in that first quarter, but the Seahawks started to come back a little bit and got 2 quick buckets at the end of the first quarter. So does that change the momentum at all going into quarter number 2?
Well, the Chiefs definitely dominated the quarter for probably the first 6.5 minutes, you would say?
Yeah, definitely. Probably the first 75% of that quarter.
But Myrtle Beach and Jennifer Dennison's team, they're not going to give up. I mean, this is a rivalry game. They're going to play hard even if they're down by 50. But it's still a 12-point game. Only 8 minutes have come off. There's still 3 quarters remaining in this one. But if you had to say if Myrtle Beach is starting to come back, I mean, they're playing a lot better. They played a better 2 minutes, a better last 2 minutes than a better first 6 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The first 6 minutes for the Seahawks was not very good at all, but they started to come back in the last 2. So they will look to try to capitalize on that and cut this deficit as Myrtle Beach with the inbound. Campbell with the ball at the point, going right to left. Now she brings it out. She'll drive far side. Thought about it. Stutter step, drives. Tried to put up a shot. Gets it rejected. Scramble for the ball, and White's able to come up with it. Vereen now passes it up to Adaya Vereen. Hands it off to White. White tried to get it inside. She does to Berger. Passes it out to Destiny Vereen, who tries to put up a lay-in. No good. Deflected. And it will go out of bounds, and it will be Myrtle Beach ball. So a tough break for the Chiefs on that possession.
Well, the Seahawks are going to make sure the Chiefs are going to get nothing easy down low, at least at the start here in the second quarter. They're going to buckle down, and they're going to be playing against bigger competition all night long.
Passes it inside to Dennis. Dennis kicks it out to Campbell, who takes a long two. Excuse me, that was Nelson who took the long two.
Or Besant.
Oh, Besant, okay. Besant with the long two from the far side wing, and she drains it. It's scrambled for the ball. Chiefs are able to keep it. White now resets at the point. White passes it over to Vereen. Vereen passes it inside to Berger. Berger to Berger. Lay in, good, and one.
No, they called a travel.
They'll say she moved too much before putting the lay-in attempt up. So we're going the other way. 16-6 with 6:45 remaining in the first half as Campbell sets a play up from the point. Campbell bringing it near side, passes it over to Nelson. Nelson near side wing, bringing it far side. She'll drive, kick out. Now Jenkins hands it off to Campbell. Campbell driving far side. She'll put up a long lay-in attempt, no good. Rebounded by Berger. Berger, long outlet pass to Berger, lay-in good. Berger to Berger.
And she has a quick 10 points already.
As Campbell with the ball, passes it inside over to Dennis. Dennis bringing it back out. She passes it over to Campbell. Campbell stutter steps, thought about driving, now she brings it back out to the far side wing. Campbell bringing it far side. She'll drive baseline, passes it inside, lay-in attempt, no good. Offensive rebound, however, and a foul will be called on the Chiefs.
And that's going to be Jordan Berger's second.
So
one thing the Chiefs have done very well is that they have not gotten into foul trouble. I believe that's only their third team foul thus far.
They're actually going to say that was in the active shooting, so that will send first one up and good.
14, Besant.
That will send Besant to the line to shoot two.
It's hard to see with the
long
hair.
hair. It basically completely covers the jersey. So her first free throw goes up. This free throw can cut the lead to 10. That one is no good. Rebounded by Moss. Now Hatchell brings it up. She passes it inside to Berger. Berger backing down her man. Up and under, lay-in attempt, no good. Offensive rebound by Berger. Lay-in attempt, also no good. Another offensive rebound, no good. Another one. This one finally goes in. Fourth time's the charm.
And that's Jenna Berger again.
Yep.
12 points now.
And I think all those rebounds were on Jenna Berger. She has to have at least 7 or 8 at this point.
Her and Daviana Hatchell were fighting. It's like you're on the same team.
Alston with the ball. She'll drive. She'll lose it. Stolen by the Chiefs.
3-on-1.
White passes it up to Berger. Berger, lay-in attempt, no good. Off, tipped, out of bounds. And they will say it went off of a Seahawk, so it will remain Chief ball.
Well, now the intensity's starting to come back. The Chiefs are starting to control the tempo.
Yeah.
They're starting to push the ball up court, and if Myrtle Beach can't stay with them, then oh well, we're going to have an easy look under the bucket.
Passes it out to Berger near side corner. Now passes it out to Moss. Moss passes it inside to Berger. Berger tried to kick it out, but a scramble for the ball. Jump ball will be called. Possession arrow favors the Chiefs.
So 4:51 remaining here in the first half. Chiefs with a 20-7 lead. And Riley Vincent's going to check in for Ashanti White.
Trying to get that deep ball threat out there as Vereen will inbound from the baseline. She gets it out to Berger, who thought about putting up a shot, but now brings it back down. Passes it over to Vincent, near side wing. She'll bring it far side over to the point. Passes it over to Berger. Back over to Vincent, who takes a wide open three. No good off back iron. Scramble for the ball, and a foul will be called on the Chiefs.
That's going to be on Jermisha Moss, her first, and the Chiefs' fourth as a team.
Yeah, she tried to go strong for the rebound attempt and had an over the back called on her as a result. So Seahawks get the ball back. Campbell bringing the ball up over the timeline. She'll call out a play from the point. Passes it near side over to Burgess. Lane attempt no good. Ball will go out of bounds. They will say it went off of a Chief. So it will remain Seahawk ball.
Looks like it's going to be Campbell who's going to trigger the inbounds play for the Seahawks here.
Campbell throws it all the way out. Now back over to Campbell at the near side corner. She brings it out to the wing. She gets a pick. She'll bring it near side. She gets a double team. She's able to get it out, however. Now kick out. Now passes it inside. Burgess tries to put up a shot. No good, but a foul will be called. Excuse me, that was Bezant. As she will go to the line once again to shoot two with 4:07 remaining in the first half.
And that foul was on Adiah Vereen, her first.
Josiah Bezant going to the line to shoot two. First one up, no good off back iron.
Bezant is leading. Yeah, Bezant is leading Myrtle Beach with 5 points thus far and is 1 of 3 from the line.
Second one is good. So that'll cut the deficit to 12 as they put it over on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And a scramble for the ball now, and jump ball will be called. Possession error will favor Myrtle Beach. Campbell bringing the ball up over the timeline. Passes it inside. Now back out to Campbell, far side wing. She'll drive far side. Kick out. A two from the free throw line. Rims out by Dennis. Offensive rebound, good. Alston gets the offensive rebound and put back. Now Vereen passes it over to Moss. Moss will drive, spin move. Lane attempt no good, but they will call a foul. And Moss will go to the line to shoot two.
And that's going to be on Dennis for Myrtle Beach. That's her first, team second. I would have never expected Jermisha Moss to make a spin move like that.
That was a great spin
That was
move.
Amazing. Wow. Would have been better if she finished, but
Yeah.
she's going to the line for two.
First free throw up and good. And that'll extend the lead out to 11, 21-10 with just under 3.5 remaining in the first half. Second free throw up, no good off back iron. Offensive rebound by Berger. Berger tried to put it up, but no good. But she will also draw a foul, so she'll go to the line to shoot two. That will be Jenna Berger, who will go to the line to shoot two.
And that was Campbell's first foul of the night for Myrtle Beach.
First free throw up, no good off back iron for Berger.
Jenna Berger's having a great night thus far. 12 points in the early going.
Second free throw, no good, this time off front iron. Rebounded by Nelson. Now passes it over to Campbell. Campbell, stutter step, drive, lay-in attempt, no good. Rebounded by Hatchell. Hatchell now passes it over to Vincent. Vincent will drive a bit. She'll put up a floater, no good, but she'll draw a foul. So she will go to the line to shoot two.
Once again, the Chiefs doing a good thing, driving inside, forcing Myrtle Beach to foul you.
Yeah, that's the type of basketball I play, either the three-pointer or drive. There is no such thing as a mid-range shot, as the first free throw
Is good.
did go in, so that extends the lead out to 12. Second one, no. Ooh, rims in. She gets the friendly roll, and Myrtle Beach calls a timeout. 23-10 with just over 3 remaining in the half.
Well, Vincent just went to the line. That's the 4th time the Chiefs have been on the charity stripe thus far. They're 5 of 8 thus far. Myrtle Beach, on the other hand, is 2 of 4 from the foul line. So the Chiefs definitely winning that battle. They're definitely taking advantage of their size advantage. And Daviana Hatchell and the Berger twins have been doing great on the offensive and defensive glass thus far. And also, Adiah Vereen had a great night against bigger competition, getting a lot of rebounds against Darlington. She's had a few rebounds, but expect her to get even more.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't had. Ooh, we get stats.
Thanks, Mr. Wayne White. Mr. Wayne White just came over and gave these to us. Looks like the first quarter stats.
Okay, we get some real media stats this time around.
I feel special. Okay, so Myrtle Beach thus far is shooting 4 of 15 from the field, and the Chiefs are shooting 9 of 23.
As we get underway once again, Campbell bringing the ball up over the timeline. Now bringing it far side wing. Now bringing it back over near side. Passes it over to Alston. Alston hands it off. Now hands it back off to Nelson. Nelson bringing it far side. Tries to pass it inside. Laying good. That was Alston who got the lay-in.
Her second bucket of the night.
As the steal attempt almost stolen by the Seahawks, an errant pass by Berger goes out of bounds, but they will say it was tipped off of a Seahawk. So it will remain Chief ball.
So Adiah Vereen is going to inbound in front of the Myrtle Beach bench.
As they pass it inside to Hatchell. Hatchell spin move. Hook shot no good. Rebounded by Alston. Pass inside, easy lay-in for Alston. And she gets 2 as the deficit is now cut to single digits. It's 23-14 Chiefs in the lead. Vereen drive, lay-in attempt, no good. Offensive rebound by Hatchell, no good, but she will draw the foul. So she will go to the line to shoot 2 with just over 2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Well, that was actually Jamisha Moss who got that rebound, got fouled, going back up for the lane, and she'll be going to the line.
So Moss, her first free throw is good. That was her second free throw of the night.
Third free throw. Second time to the line tonight.
Second free throw made, I meant to say.
Oh, okay. All right.
Her fourth free throw attempt of the night, forthcoming. And it's no good. She remains at 50%, but an offensive rebound. And Moss will go to the line once again as Hatchell got the rebound, got it back to Moss, and she draws the foul, and she will go to the line once again.
The question is, did they update the scoreboard for Moss's made free? There we go. Now they updated 24-14. So Moss back at the lines. Deja vu.
First free throw, no good. We'll see if she goes opposite of what she did last time, as she missed the first one this time around.
Well, she's 2 of 5 from the line thus far.
See if she can get back to 500. She cannot. It's 2 of 6. And a scramble for the ball. They will call a foul on the Chiefs.
Ashanti White's going to check into the game for Jamisha Moss. Moss was very, very efficient on the boards during that time, even getting to the foul line a few times. Nice job, Jamisha.
As Campbell brings the ball up to the near side wing, passes it over far side over to Bezant. Now back over. Now Bezant bringing it near side, or excuse me, Alston with the ball, bringing it far side. She almost lost it. Now a handoff, scramble for the ball, and they'll call it over the back.
Great pressure by Jenna Berger, getting up in the grill of Nelson, forcing her to step into the backcourt, and we're going the other way. So it's going to be Adiah Vereen rebounding across from us, or inbounding from across from us.
Minute 40 remaining in the first half. Chiefs up by 10, 24-14. Vincent gets the inbound. Oh, nice over behind the back dribble. Almost lost her man, but an errant pass by her is stolen. Dennis pushing it up. Passes it inside, but an errant pass by Dennis goes out of bounds, and we're going the other way.
Well, Myrtle Beach, you're still in this game. You just have to slow it down and run your offense.
As a long pass out to Berger from Hatchell. She'll drive in, Backing down her man. Tried to pass it inside to Vereen. Almost lost it, but Vereen's able to get it back and gets the easy lay-in. And she draws the foul and goes to the line for an and one.
Once again, Adaya Vereen is fighting underneath.
She's doing a great job.
She won't back down against bigger competition.
First, the end one is no good. Oh, no,
It's
excuse
good.
me, it did go in. Looked like it bounced off back iron, but it does go in. So now it's 27-14 with just over a minute remaining in the first half. Campbell with the ball. She brings it near side. Now brings it far side. Now passes it out over to Bezant. Bezant has it at the far side wing. Now hands it off to Alston, and a traveling or
No,
a
they're gonna
foul
call.
will be called on a Seahawk. So we're going the other way. Chiefs ball.
I believe that was a moving pick.
It was.
And
I'm not
that's-
sure who it was called on, however. I think it was called. Oh, it looked like it was called on Bezant.
So that's Myrtle Beach's 7th team foul now.
Now Vereen almost lost it. Vincent with the ball. Now passes it inside to Berger. Berger goes under the basket. Up and under. No good offensive rebound by Hatchell. And they will call a jump ball. Possession arrow will favor the Chiefs.
39.3 seconds remaining in this one as Adaya Vereen's going to trigger the inbounds play on the Chiefs baseline.
Inbound. Now passes over to Hatchell. Hatchell with the long two.
Nice jumper from the elbow there for Daviana Hatchell, and it's a 15-point lead now for the Chiefs.
Half a minute remaining in the first half. Now Alston drives in, passes inside, no good by Dennis. Rebounded by the Chiefs. Now Vincent pushing it up. Vincent kick out to White. White with the three, drains it from the far side corner.
Oh, that was a 2.
They'll call that a long two.
10 seconds remaining in this one in the first
Chiefs
half.
trying to get some big momentum boost going into the locker room as she kicks it out to Campbell. Campbell stutter step, takes a three at the buzzer, no good, and we will go into the half with the Chiefs having a 31-14 lead over the Myrtle Beach Seahawks. A great job by the Chiefs in this first half. So we'll take a quick break and come right back with first half stats and analysis and get you ready for the second half here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. North Myrtle Beach Chiefs lead the Myrtle Beach Seahawks 31-14, and we've got full stats here. I feel like I'm back at Seton Hall. I'm back. I've got the college atmosphere here tonight, getting full-on stat sheets tonight.
Well, thank you to Mr. Wayne White
Yes.
giving these just as the half ended. So I could throw away my stats, might as well, because we got these that
Yeah,
are
you
better.
don't need to worry about keeping track of stats tonight.
Okay, so for North Myrtle Beach, 31 total points on the board. They're shooting 12 of 29 from the field, which is 41.4%, 0 of 3 from 3. They're shooting 53.8% from the charity stripe. That's at a 7 for 13. Leading scorer is Jenna Berger with 12 points. She is 5 of 10 from the field. She attempted 1 3-pointer, didn't make it, and is 2 of 4 from the foul line. And also, many players have gotten onto the stat sheet.
I was just about to say that. Now that I can actually see stats myself, this is one thing we talked about with Coach Smith prior to the game tonight.
You have to get everyone involved.
Having the entire team scoring buckets, and there are 8 players who have scored at least 1 point on the entirety of the Chiefs team, whereas for Myrtle Beach, they've only had, let's see.
Looks like they've only had 3 players on
3. Okay, there we go.
far.
Yeah. They've only had 3 players score for them thus far. So that's a big key for the Chiefs, as they've been able to move the ball around a lot.
Well, Myrtle
far.
Beach is only shooting 6 of 19 from the field. That's a 31.6% clip. And they're also, they're 2 of 4 from the foul line. I guess that matches Jenna Berger. I was trying to think that's for the teams. That, of course, is not true. She matches Jenna Berger 2 of 4 from the foul line. But the one thing that the Chiefs have been doing a great job is the pressure. They have 8 steals thus far, and they have forced Myrtle Beach to turn the ball over 14 times.
And the other thing to look at is the assists. They've already gotten 9 assists in this game.
That is true, and that's by feeding the ball inside. Jenna Berger is leading the Chiefs with 3. But she's only played 7 minutes because she already has 2 fouls on her.
Yeah, that's going to be something that the Chiefs are going to have to be cautious about going into the second half, is the fact that Jordan Berger is in foul trouble, and she's only scored 2 points so far, so she's been shut down a little bit in this one.
Well, Jenna's been, I guess, picking up the slack.
Yeah, absolutely.
But for foul trouble for Myrtle Beach, they have 3 players with 2 fouls. Starasha Alston, Zariah Dennis, and Shalay Campbell have 2 apiece.
Yeah, so that's something that we're definitely going to have to watch out for in the second half, is the Chiefs trying to force those players into further foul trouble and potentially take them off the court as a result.
Well, the one thing that I talked about in pregame was the lack of size with Myrtle Beach and how the Chiefs need to take full advantage of that. They're out rebounding Myrtle Beach 23-12, and that is led by Daviana Hatchell and her 7 rebounds, including 4 on the offensive end.
Yeah, I mean, that is something to look at. Yeah, Hatchell has already gotten 4 offensive rebounds, which is the same amount as the entirety of the Myrtle Beach defense or offense on the offensive end. The entire team has 4 offensive rebounds, and Hatchell has already tied it on her own.
Well, the one thing I found very interesting, and I feel like this is the first time I've seen this, the Chiefs have more offensive rebounds as opposed to defensive rebounds at 13-10, respectively.
Well, I mean, see, we haven't had these kinds of stats in front of us in the past.
So we don't know.
But I have a feeling that that's probably
one of the first times.
No, I think that happens more often than not, because
that is true.
this Chiefs team does a great job of playing underneath the basket on the offensive end and getting those second chance opportunities.
Well, the Chiefs have a strong front court, and they have a few underclassmen that will be back, such as Hatchell, Destiny Vereen, and even though she's not playing tonight, and she won't be for the rest of the season, Carlin Sharp, who will be very important. Those three will be very important going forward.
And, I mean, we've talked about it before in other games, especially this past week, but Adaya Vereen, she's only had one tonight, but she does a very good job of getting offensive rebounds in spite of her size as well.
Of course. Well, the thing is in the paint, once again, going back to the size advantage, the points in the paint, North Myrtle Beach is outscoring Myrtle Beach in the paint.
As of what I checked just a few seconds ago, I could not find any update on that game, but if we do get an update, we will certainly bring it to you, because with a Chief win and a Bulldog loss tonight, that will seal the Chiefs in the number 2 seed going into the playoffs. North Myrtle Beach at 18-4, 5-3 in region play. Myrtle Beach 14-8, 4-4 in region play. Marlborough County 16-7, 4-4 in region play. Darlington is at 11-10, 2-6 in region play. Their next game is against Hartsville tonight, and Hartsville is down at the bottom at 10-14, 1-7 in region play, as we are just about set to begin the second half here in Myrtle Beach.
Well, the Chiefs definitely are not out of the woods yet in this one. We're going to have another very highly competitive 16 minutes.
Yeah,
remaining.
I mean, yeah, this is only a 17-point game.
Oh, definitely. If it was 25, I would probably think differently, but this is basketball. Anything could happen. I mean, anybody could go on a run.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. Basketball is a game of runs, and you know that a team can get hot at any given moment and either dominate the game, take it over, or bring a deficit down to a manageable mark.
Well, one thing I forgot to say in the halftime stats, I don't know if you realize this, Brandon, but there have not been one three-pointer made. The two teams combined are 0-4 thus far, so maybe that'll change.
That's pretty crazy. That'll certainly be something to keep an eye on as we begin the third quarter. Myrtle Beach going left to right. Sumter, Besson over, now passing it, now bringing it far side, now over to Nelson. Nelson over to Campbell. Campbell near side wing. Campbell bringing it over to the near side wing. She'll drive near side. She stops and pops. Thought about it. Now a three, no good. Offensive rebound, however, is put in by Alston, and Myrtle Beach gets the first points on the board. Now Vereen passes it over to Vincent. Vincent bringing it near side. Now passes it over to Berger, near side wing. Tried to pass it inside, but stolen. Dennis with the ball. She kicks it out to Campbell. Campbell will slow it down. She thought about driving. Now stutter step, drive far side. She gets her shot rejected. Scramble for the ball. North Myrtle Beach comes up with it. Hatchell passes it all the way out to Berger. Berger almost lost it, but she's able to recover and put in a lay-in.
Well, you said Jordan Berger was quiet in the first half. That's her second bucket. Let's see what she can do in this last.
Yeah, she's definitely going to want to start to get something going as Nelson drives. Lay-in attempt no good. Rebounded by North Myrtle Beach. Passes it inside. Berger to Berger. Lay-in good.
Once again, Jordan Berger. Second basket and a half early on here.
Campbell now with the ball, bringing it up over the timeline. Passes it over to Nelson, near side wing. Nelson bringing it back over to the point. Now over to Campbell, far side corner. She'll bring it near side. Now drives off of a pick. Now stutter step, drives far side. Now drives baseline. Thought about putting up a shot. She loses the handle of the ball, and it will go out of bounds off of Campbell, so it will be Chief ball. Good defense for the Chiefs.
2 minutes and 1 second have elapsed off the clock here at the start of the second half. 35-16, Chiefs lead.
Berger with the ball. Passes it inside. Vereen laying good. And a timeout will be called by Jennifer Dennison as the Chiefs start off the second half with a 6-2 run.
Well, it seems like nothing has changed during their break. Coach Smith, I could presume, told her team, keep your foot on the gas. This thing is far, far from over. And
Yeah.
they're off to a good start here in the first 2.25 minutes here. 5:46 remaining here in the third quarter.
Yeah, that's something that every great coach, every great player always says. No matter what the score, good or bad, you never take your foot off the gas pedal.
Well, the Chiefs have come out here tonight, even at the start of the game, and have been in pretty much total control here on the offensive and defensive boards, as we actually have the real stats. And they've been dominant inside as well. That's the key to their victory tonight.
Nelson brings the ball up over the timeline, passes it over to Dennis. Dennis stutter step, kicks it out to Campbell, who takes the three from the far side wing, drains it. Oh, that was Alston, excuse me.
Well, that's the first three of the night for either team.
Yeah, so there's your first three as Berger brings it up over the timeline, near side wing. She'll drive far side, passes it inside to Berger. Berger to Berger, and Jenna Berger scores that bucket. As Campbell drives, lay-in attempt no good, rebounded by Hatchell, and a whistle will be blown. Foul will be called on Myrtle Beach.
They're going to call an over the back on Starasia Alston. That's her third.
So like we mentioned in the half, Myrtle Beach starting to get into a little foul trouble throughout this team as Vincent passes it out to Berger. Jordan Berger takes a long two, no good. Scramble for the ball, Hatchell able to come up with it. Stutter step, and they're going to call a traveling violation on Jordan Berger. Just under 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 39-19 Chiefs with a 20-point lead. Now Nelson with the ball. She'll bring it up over the timeline. She'll pass it out to Alston. Stutter step, drive, lay-in attempt, good by Besson. Now Berger bringing it up quickly. Passes inside to her sister. She tries to put up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Nelson. Nelson will drive. Now she'll bring it back out. Now she passes it out to Campbell, far side wing. She'll reset at the Myrtle Beach logo. She'll bring it near side off of a pick. She almost gets double teamed, and a whistle will be blown. Foul will be called on the Chiefs.
Daviana Hatchell's first.
First team foul of the second half for the Chiefs.
Nelson gets the inbound. She'll bring it up to the point. Passes it over to Campbell. Campbell passes it inside to Nelson. Nelson lay in good.
Nelson gets on the score sheet for the first time tonight.
Now Vereen brings it up over the timeline. She drives far side, now brings it back out. Kicks it out to Vincent, who, an errant pass, she loses it. Nelson will go coast to coast, lay in good. And that'll cut the deficit down to 14. Long pass is intercepted. Bad move by the Chiefs. Long pass attempt is stolen by Alston. And a two, no good. Offensive rebound by Nelson. Passes it inside. And a foul will be called. Or no, they will say it went out of bounds. So it will remain Seahawks. Or no, it will be Chief ball, actually. Now Vincent with the ball. She'll drive far side. She'll get over the timeline. She loses the handle. Scramble for the ball. It's still on the floor. Vincent able to come up with it. And a timeout will be called by Coach Smith.
I was going to say, Coach Smith was definitely going to have to start calling a timeout soon because the Chiefs are starting to get a little sloppy here.
Yeah, a very crazy set of possessions there on both ends of the court for both teams. And this is a good opportunity for both teams to try to reset and refocus as we get into the tail half of the third quarter. 3:17 remaining, 39-25 Chiefs have a 14-point lead.
Well, Riley Vincent got the inbounds pass on that play. Myrtle Beach was in a zone, and she decided to just take off and dribble down the down the court, and she ended up dribbling it off her own foot, in which resulted in a tie-up or a loose ball on the ground, in which a stoppage of play occurred, and Coach Smith definitely had to call a timeout there. That was definitely needed.
As a whistle is blown, foul will be called on Myrtle Beach. That will be on Besant. And that will be, no, they will not call it in the active shooting, as Berger did go up. They get it to Berger. Berger to Berger. 2 no good from the low block, and that ball will be tipped out of bounds. They will say it went off of Berger, so it will be Myrtle Beach ball.
So North Myrtle Beach is going to play a half-court defense. They're just going to let the Seahawks bring it up across the timeline.
Nelson with the ball at the point. She'll pass it over far side. Stutter step, thought about it, now drives. Lay-in attempt, no good, but Besant will draw the foul, and she will go to the line to shoot 2. That was on Adaya Vereen. That's her second.
And that's the third Chiefs player to have 2 fouls on the night thus far.
I mean, 2, especially at this point in the game, isn't that big of a deal, as the first free throw is no good by Besant.
She's 2 of 5 from the line now. Going through her motion. Here's the second shot.
And it's good.
Make that 3 of 6, an even 50% for Besant.
Berger pushing it up quickly. She tries to put up a lay, and she gets her own offensive rebound pretty much. Lost the handle, but gets it back, and is able to put it up and good. I'm honestly surprised they didn't call something on that, because normally if you release the ball and then get the ball back without hitting the rim, it's normally a traveling violation. Campbell with the ball near side wing. She passes it out. Now back out to Besant. Besant almost lost it. Now passes it inside to Campbell. Campbell inside. Dennis with the 2 from the low block. No good. Scramble for the ball. Vereen is tied up. And a jump ball will be called. Possession arrow will favor the Chiefs.
Well, back to what you were saying about that Berger basket not being called a foul. The ref feels that was a clean block and got all ball on that one.
That's true.
So Destiny Vereen's going to check in now. It looks like it's going to be Jordan Berger checking out. So the Chiefs going a little bit bigger, as Vereen's going to trigger the inbounds play.
As Berger will push it up. She'll drive all the way. Baseline laying good.
Jenna has 16 on the night now.
Campbell with the ball. That was a very quick possession for the Chiefs. Stutter step. Nelson puts up a 2, no good. Rebounded by the Chiefs. Vincent now pushing up the pace. Passes it up to Berger. Berger thought about taking the shot. Now passes it inside to Vereen. Vereen almost loses the handle. Passes it out to Adaya. Adaya puts it up, no good. And they will call traveling on Adaya Vereen.
Once again, one of those kind of turnovers you just don't want to do. It doesn't matter what the lead is. You can't afford to shuffle your feet on a play like that.
Campbell to bring it up over the half-court line. Now drives near side. She'll drive all the way to the lane. Lay-in good.
Shalay Campbell gets on the board for the first time tonight.
And that was a very nifty move by Campbell. As Hatchell has the ball, brings it near side. Now passes it inside. Backing down is Vereen. Vereen tries to put up a shot, no dice, but Hatchell goes for it, and they will call a foul. Actually, I believe they'll just call that went out of bounds. They say it went off of the Seahawks, so it will remain Chief ball with 1:14 remaining.
Jamisha Moss now checks in for Adaya Vereen, and Moss is going to trigger the inbounds play.
She passes it inside the paint. She gets it back. She puts in a lay-in attempt from the low block, no good. And now a foul will be called. Or no, they will just say it went out of bounds off of a Seahawk once again. So Berger to trigger the inbound. She'll pass it all the way out to Vincent at the point. Oh, just over a minute remaining in the third quarter. Passes it over to Moss. Moss passes it inside to Vereen. Vereen at the free throw line. Gets it out to Vincent. Vincent will reset at the point. Passes it over to Moss. Moss inside to Hatchell. Hatchell inside to Vereen. Vereen puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Campbell. Campbell pushing up the tempo. She'll drive down the lane. Lay in. No good, but a foul will be called. So Campbell will go to the line to shoot 2.
And that foul is going to be on Riley Vincent. So 41.1 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Campbell's going to go to the line for the first time tonight.
First free throw, no good off front iron.
And Katie Runyon, surprisingly, is going to check into the game, giving Daviana Hatchell a rest. Coach Smith definitely taking advantage of the size on her team. She's playing 3 bigs at this point.
Not only that, but I think also taking advantage as the second free throw rims out, and it's rebounded by Vereen. Vincent with the ball. She'll drive far side. Now she stops, passes it over to Berger. Berger far side wing. Trying to get a pass inside. She does get it to Vereen. Vereen kicks it out to Vincent. Vincent almost lost it. Now puts up a long 2 from the far side short corner. Offensive rebound by Vereen. She'll put up a shot. Good, and 1.
Well,
Destiny Vereen going to the line for the end 1.
And she's only in 7th grade, and she has post moves like that.
And that's a good sign for the future of this Chiefs team, as she will try to extend the lead out to 18. And she does. 46-28 with 15 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Nelson passes it inside. Easy lay-in. Wide open by Jenkins. Underneath the basket. 2 seconds. 1. And that will end the third quarter with the Chiefs leading the Seahawks by 16, 46-30. And what I was going to mention before, I believe, trying to remember who we were talking about before. You mentioned something, and I was about to mention something.
Was it about Destiny Vereen?
It might have been.
Yeah.
The fact that she is so young and she's doing so well on the varsity team at only seventh grade, that's a great sign for the future of this team.
Well, the Berger twins are graduating, and after this year, you get 1 year of Daviana Hatchell left, and Coach Smith is definitely going to be looking for leaders who could take on a lot of minutes underneath, and Destiny Vereen is looking like she's going to be great for this program going forward.
You know what else I was going to mention? The fact that Katie Runyon has been put in, I think that's also a signal of the Chiefs wanting to, and Coach Smith wanting to get her into some games when there's not all that much pressure on her with the lead where it is, and give her some experience in case she does potentially need her come playoff time.
Well, she'll be getting more experience as she's back out to start the fourth quarter.
And with the 16-point lead, it would make sense to have her out there to give her some court time.
And you would think at some point you get another future key member of this team and Alana Neese involved in the rotation
and
soon.
Potentially even Christian Livingston. As a steal by Nelson, she'll go coast to coast and draw a foul. And she will go to the line to shoot 2.
Foul's called on number 22, Riley Vincent.
That is on Vincent.
Fourth team foul for the Chiefs.
Well, you said before, and I'm going to point this out, 4 Chiefs players have 2 fouls apiece, but at this point in the game really doesn't mean that much.
First free throw by Nelson is up and good.
And Jordan Berger is now back in for Destiny Vereen.
Nelson's second forthcoming. And it is good. Berger with the ball now. She'll bring it near side. She'll drive. Thought about driving down the baseline. Now hands it off to Vincent. Vincent loses it, but they will say it was tipped by Campbell. So it will remain Chief ball.
This may be a bit of a wild card, but look for Katie Runyon underneath for an open look. She's got a size
Passes it
advantage.
inside to Moss. Moss kicks it out to Vincent. Now over to Berger, far side wing. passes it over to Moss. Moss almost got stripped, but she's able to recover and get it over to Vincent at the point. Now over to Moss. Moss cross court over to Berger, who takes a long two, and she drains it.
Jenna Berger now has 18 on tonight.
Now Campbell with the ball at the point. Passes it over to Alston. Alston passes it over to Nelson, who lays it up. No good. Rebounded by the Chiefs. Now Berger pushing it up. Passes it inside to Jordan Berger, and she will draw a foul.
Foul's called on number 10, Amir Nelson.
That is her first. That's Amir Nelson's first.
Well, Daviana Hatchell's going to check back in.
I mean, there's been a decent amount of fouls in this game, but I don't think either team has actually gotten into the bonus yet.
Well, each team has 4 fouls thus far.
I mean, even in the first quarter, as an errant pass is stolen by Campbell. Long outlet pass to Nelson. Nelson will go coast to coast, lay in good.
Nelson.
(48-34). Now Hatchell brings the ball up over the timeline. She has it at the near side wing. Nelson getting some pressure defense on her. She's able to get it out to Vincent. Vincent tried to drive. She almost lost it. Hatchell is able to recover, and they will call a double dribble on Hatchell. And we're going the other way with 6:30 remaining in the game, and the Chiefs with a 14-point lead.
Well, Shanti White's going to check in now for Jamisha Moss. Coach Smith going to go a little smaller and maybe a little more quicker for the remainder of this one.
Campbell brings it over the timeline, passes it over to Nelson near side wing. Now she'll bring it over far side. She'll kick it over, back over to Campbell. Campbell over to Jenkins. Jenkins back over to Campbell. Campbell brings it near side. She'll stutter step, thought about driving, now kicks it out, and an errant pass was tipped by Vincent, but Nelson was able to come up with it, kick out to Jenkins. She misses her long two. Long outlet pass to White. White is not able to handle the pass, however, and she'll bring it back out. Now passes it over to Hatchell with a long two.
There's some fans barking behind us. They like that three-pointer by Daviana Hatchell. That's the first for the Chiefs on tonight.
They will call that a three. I thought her foot was on the line. And now Myrtle Beach will call a timeout. Oh no, North Myrtle Beach, excuse me, will be called.
No, it's gonna be a Seahawk timeout.
Okay.
So
I thought the ref
left.
was pointing towards North Myrtle Beach's bench, but I could be wrong.
I don't know. But at this point, the Chiefs have 3 timeouts left. Seahawks have 1. And the Chiefs also have a 17-point lead, 51-34. 5:35 remaining in this one. And you have to think a few more minutes before we see players like Alana Neese. Katie Runyon's already gotten in. You think she'll probably stay in. And maybe even the JV call-up Livingston.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised that we haven't seen her come in yet to try to get a little bit of playing time and to get used to the varsity team. She may be waiting until there may not necessarily be any plays called where they're just basically running out the clock.
Yeah.
So as not, because we heard Coach Smith running over some plays and explaining how certain plays worked to some of the new players on the way down here. And as the inbound comes to Campbell, Campbell passes it inside to Dennis. No good on the lay-in attempt. Rebounded by the Chiefs. Chiefs will slow it down. Vincent will bring it back at the point. Passes it over far side, wing over to White. White passes it inside to Hatchell. Hatchell up and under good.
Nice nifty move. That gives her 9 on tonight. A very underrated performance for Daviana Hatchell tonight.
Campbell with the ball at the point. Passes it over to Dennis. Dennis tried to hand it back off to Campbell, but it's stolen by White. White coast to coast lay in. No good, however. Campbell with the rebound. Campbell pushes it up. Now she'll slow down. Now she'll start pushing up the pace a little bit. Passes inside to Dennis. Dennis up. No good on the fadeaway. Rebounded by the Chiefs. Hatchell getting a bit of pressure, but she's able to get it out to Vincent. Vincent will push up the tempo. Passes it inside to White, who passes it to Berger. No good. Offensive rebound, however, by Vereen. And a foul will be called on her, however. They will say she had an over the back, I believe.
Well, Vincent's going to check out, and another player we thought we would see, Alana Neese, is checking in, the young freshman.
So they'll give Neese a little bit of playing time, getting her ready not only for the final stretch of the season, but looking at how she can do for next season. As Nelson almost lost the ball, but she recovers. She brings it near side. Now bringing it back far side. Passes it. 3, no good. Rebounded by the Chiefs. That 3 by Bevan, no good. Rebounded and brought up over the timeline by Hatchell. Hatchell getting a bit of pressure. Kicks it out to Neese, and she takes a 3, no good. Offensive rebound, however, by Vereen. Vereen getting a bit of pressure, kicks it out to Neese. Neese with another 3, no good. Offensive rebound by Berger, and she puts it up and in.
Jordan Berger now into double digits now. She has 10.
After only scoring a few points in the first half. Now Campbell with the ball, far side corner. Driving, floater, no good. Rebounded by Neese. Or excuse me, by Berger.
Jordan Berger.
Hatchell with the ball. She'll slow down the pace with 3:15 remaining in the game. Give and go. Hatchell tries to drive.
They're going to call a charge.
And they're going to call a charging on Hatchell. So it will be Myrtle Beach ball with 3:11 remaining in the game. 55-34. Chiefs in a commanding 21-point lead.
Well, this is good for valuable experience for a player like Alana Neese, who will be key going forward to get some varsity experience in a game like this.
As Nelson brings the ball up, she'll bring it near side, kicks it out, now passes it back over to Nelson. Nelson stutter steps, drives, tries to put up an errant shot, and it will go out of bounds, and it will be North Myrtle Beach ball.
So Katie Runyon's going to come in. Daviana Hatchell's going to take a seat. She's had a very nice under-the-radar night.
Long pass over to Berger. Give and go back to Vereen. Vereen gets it over the timeline. She'll drive. Lay in. No good. Rims out. Offensive rebound by Vereen. She puts it back up and in.
Once again, doing work in the paint. She has 9 now.
Now Nelson brings it over the timeline. Nelson slowing down the pace a bit, calling out a play from the point. She brings it near side wing, now brings it far side, kicks it out, 3 buckets. Alston makes that 3, and now it's 57-37 with just over 2 remaining. Vereen with the ball, brings it far side, now passes it to Berger at the point. Berger brings it far side, kick out to White. White far side wing, she gets a pick by Berger. Kicks it out, and now inside, laying good by Berger.
Jordan now has 12 tonight. She may start to catch up to her sister Jenna.
3 by Alston, no good. Offensive rebound, however, scramble for the ball. And a foul, I believe, will be called.
So Jamisha Moss is going to check in for Adaya Vereen, and Destiny Vereen's going to check in for Jordan Berger. So you probably have to assume her night is done. Most of the bench players are now in.
I believe they might have called either a traveling or that might have gone out of bounds off of Myrtle Beach. It's North Myrtle Beach ball. Passes it inside to Berger. Kick out. 3, no good. Offensive rebound by Moss, no good as well on the lay-in attempt. And it's rebounded by Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach pushing up the tempo. Lay-in attempt, good. Alston with the lay-in. Minute 12 remaining in the game. White almost lost it. Now she recovers. Bringing it over far side. Now she'll drive, kick out. 3, no good. Offensive rebound by Runyon. She puts it up, no good. Another lay-in attempt, no good. And it's rebounded by Myrtle Beach. Passed out. Now Alston stops and pops from the near side corner, drains it.
She's starting to heat up in the late going.
Moss with the ball now, and a foul will be called.
They're going to say she picked up her dribble.
Yeah,
so another turnover here.
So a double dribble on Moss. 38.5 seconds remaining in the game. 59-42. Stop and pop three. Buckets.
That's Alston again. She's heating up late.
Alston starting to heat up here as the deficit is cut down to 14. Too little, too late though for Myrtle Beach. As Moss with the ball. Some pressure defense by Nelson. She's able to get it out. Now over to White. And North Myrtle Beach will just run out this clock.
The fans behind us are going nuts.
As a capacity crowd here in Myrtle Beach, a good showing by the North Myrtle Beach faithful. And that'll do it. The final buzzer goes. The final score in this girls' game is 59-45. Lady Chiefs beat the Lady Seahawks by 14.
Well, I must say this, Starisha Alston late run made this one closer than it really was, but hats off to the Myrtle Beach Seahawks. They did not give up no matter how far they got behind. They're a very well-coached, very well-disciplined team. They have nothing to be ashamed of. But North Myrtle Beach did their part, and now we have to wait and see the result of Marlborough County and Wilson later. And thanks to Wayne White, we have the final stats.
So we'll run down the final stats real quick for you. The leading scorer for the Chiefs was one Jenna Berger, and Jordan Berger, after only scoring,
I believe it was 2 or 4 points in the first half?
3 points.
3 points in the first half.
Or no, excuse me, 2 points. You were right.
Right, 2, okay.
So after only scoring 2 points in the first half, she goes and scores 10 in the second half for a total of 12. Jenna Berger scored 18. Daviana Hatchell scored 9, as did Adaya Vereen.
And hats off to the Chiefs shooting overall. They shot 42.4% from the field.
And a total of 7 players got on the board for the Chiefs.
And that is exactly what was needed. I can't stress that enough. It takes a lot to rely on one player to handle the scoring. Coach Brooke Smith does not have to deal with that.
No, absolutely not. The leading assist person was Jordan Berger, with 5. The leading rebounder for the Chiefs was Daviana Hatchell with 12. 5 of those were offensive rebounds. And Jordan Berger also had 4 offensive rebounds. So a great job on the offensive glass for the Chiefs tonight. Adaya Vereen with 3 steals tonight, so she did a good job stripping the ball.
She definitely had a very, very nice game. But one thing I like to point out, the Chiefs were pretty consistent from the foul line. I don't know how consistent 8 of 14 is, but it's definitely better than Myrtle Beach at a 5 of 10, 50% clip.
Absolutely. And for Myrtle Beach, their leading scorer was Sharasta Alston, who absolutely went on a tear at the end of the game, hitting 2 3-pointers. She made 4 3-pointers in total, went 4 of 6 from the 3-point arc for those 22 points. Josiah Bezant also scored 9. And besides that, and Amira Nelson, who scored 8, not much offense to speak of for the Seahawks.
Not really. And one more thing. Did you say anything about the rebound numbers?
I mentioned them a little bit, but we'll go through it. North Myrtle Beach more than doubled Myrtle Beach on the glass, getting 47 rebounds to only 21. And North Myrtle Beach got more offensive rebounds alone than the Seahawks had rebounds in total, with 23 offensive rebounds.
Well, that's one thing that the Chiefs definitely took control of with the lack of size for Myrtle Beach. And it showed on the rebounding numbers, especially on the offensive end, out-rebounding them 23-6.
As Myrtle Beach is having their senior night ceremonies right now. And we mentioned it, so I think this is something that doesn't happen very often. We're seeing 4 straight senior nights.
Well, this is our 3rd straight, but we're gonna see at Marlboro County next week. It's always a nice feeling whether you're at your home court or on the road or actually in either sport. It's nice seeing all these players for all these different teams, love them or hate them, all the hard work, all the dedication they put in throughout their 4, even 5 years on the team if they have been playing. It's nice watching these kids in their journey, and they're definitely looking forward to their last matchup between these 2 rivals.
Yeah, so a big rivalry win for the Chiefs tonight. Were you able to find anything on the Marlboro County game?
Unfortunately, I will not,
Okay.
but I will be looking throughout the night.
We'll be continuing to look through that and try to get you an update during the boys' game tonight, because if with a Marlboro County loss, that would seal up home field advantage or home court advantage for the Chiefs going into the playoffs. So be sure to stay tuned for the boys' game, and we'll try to give you some updates on that game as we get them available. So once again, the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs defeat the Myrtle Beach Seahawks 59-45 here in Myrtle Beach, and they move ahead. They move ahead to 19-4, 6-3 in region play. Myrtle Beach drops down to 14-9, 4-5 in region play. So they pretty much solidify their spot as a lower seed in the playoffs. So for Tyler Kerp, I'm Brandon Biscobing saying so long, and be sure to tune in for the boys' game coming up in just a bit here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network.